In the previous sessions, we have seen uh, what is an interface and how you can implement an interface, in how many ways you can implement an interface. That is, one interface can be implemented by many classes, or one class can implement many interfaces. We have seen the second case, that is one class implementing multiple interfaces, right? So this implementing multiple interfaces is similar to multiple inheritance, which is not actually supported by Java purely with classes. But at the time of discussing about multiple inheritance, I also told you that we can implement this functionality of multiple inheritance through another concept called interfaces. So we can do that by interfaces. We have already done yesterday in the previous session. So, but I didn't tell you that that is equivalent to multiple inheritance. So as per the inheritance concept, what is multiple inheritance? When one class, when a subclass is created by extending multiple classes, that means you can inherit properties of multiple classes to a single class. So that is multiple inheritance. We have seen exactly opposite of that, that is hierarchical inheritance, right? From one class we have created multiple subclasses, that is hierarchical inheritance. That means you have class A, from which we can create a subclass say B, and from the same class A we can also create another subclass say C. So this is nothing but hierarchical inheritance. The same class A is having two subclasses B and C, right? But exactly opposite of that, say if you have A and you inherit its members to another class say B, you inherit properties of A to B, that is members of A will be made members of B also. Then you can take another class C, and from this also you can create this B as another subclass. That means B is a class derived from two classes called A and C. So for B, A and C will become super classes. So this concept actually is not supported in Java using classes. We cannot implement this concept using classes. But I told you that at the time of discussing these types of inheritance, that Java will not support this multiple inheritance using classes, but you can achieve this functionality, similar kind of functionality, using another concept called interfaces. So now you can assume that A is one interface and C is another interface, and now B is a class. A is interface, C is interface, and B is a class. B can implement both A and C. So that way you can implement all the members of C as well as all the members of A into B. So that way you can do. This is multiple inheritance. Yesterday we have seen that program, right? The class strength is implementing all the three interfaces CSE, ECE, EEE, right? So we have created three interfaces, ECE, CSE, and EEE, and then we have implemented all the methods of this three interfaces in a single class called strength. Yesterday we have done that. So that is nothing but equivalent to multiple inheritance. But instead of doing that way, you can also make one interface implemented by many classes. That means there will be only one interface A. This will be implemented by multiple classes B, C, so on, like that. So that way also you can do, right? So that is an alternative way. So let us do that one also now with a small example program. So we can create these multiple classes like this and implement the single interface college. But what will happen is, if you want to implement only one method in each of these class, that will not be supported, right? Because we need to, as per the rule, if you create an interface and if a class implements that interface, then it has to implement all the three methods of that interface in that class. So there are three methods here, right? Strength EC, strength CSC, strength triple E. So we need to implement all the three methods in the same class, in all the three classes. You cannot implement one method in one class, another second method in another second class, and third method in another third class. Like that you cannot do. It will not be supported, right? So we must implement all these three methods in all the three classes. So instead of naming these classes as CSE info, EC info, or triple info, you can give it. There is no problem in giving their names in that way. But as per the naming convention in Java, we follow a convention that the class name or method names or variable names will reflect their purpose, what they are doing, whatever task you are performing using that method or class. uh, we give the same name for the class or method or variable. So as such, it is better to change their names, because we need to implement all the three branch methods, EC, CSC, and triple E. So what can we take? Like this I can do. I can take a strength class and implement college. Then it has to implement all the three methods, right? But what is the purpose? What is the purpose in doing so? Even if you define three classes and implement all the interfaces, all the methods of the interface, all the three methods will display the same thing. They will not display a different thing, right? So there is no need of creating multiple three classes and making them implement the same class, same college interface, and implement all the three methods again and again. There is no meaning in that, right? So uh, if you are understanding this concept, then I'll skip this and correct the program and make it in a better way. Otherwise I'll uh, create that definitions in these classes and then show you the output and then explain you so that you'll understand better. So let me do it that. So because strength 1 class is implementing college interface, we need to give the definition for all the 3 methods that are declared abstract in this interface. Similarly, strength 2 class is also implementing the college interface, right? So here also we need to implement the same 3 methods again, and here also in strength 3 class also I have to implement all these 3 methods again. So is there any meaning in doing so? The same methods, defining them again and again in different classes by implementing the same interface in multiple classes. There is no meaning, right? Am I right or not? Is there any meaning? I'm defining 3 classes: strength 1, strength 2, and
Yes, sir.
strength 3.
I got it, sir.
Yeah, strength 1, strength 2, strength 3. All the 3 are implementing the college interface, and all the 3 classes are implementing the same 3 methods. There is no meaning in
Yeah,
it.
if they implement one method each, then okay, but
Yeah,
they're
but
implementing
we
the same method.
cannot do that, right? We cannot implement
Oh,
only one method in a single class. We have to implement all the 3 methods, or else you have to make the class as abstract class and define another method in another class by creating a
okay.
subclass for it, right? So there is no meaning in even in doing that way also. The real purpose of this interface is not this one. You can implement a single interface with multiple classes, but in a better way. So the solution is, instead of displaying this method names exclusively for 3 different branches like strength EC, strength CSC, let us define only one method. Let us declare only one method. Why we need to uh, create 3 different methods for 3 different branches? We'll create only one method, and in these classes also we'll define only one method instead of 3 methods. Let me remove the two methods and leave only one method. Because the method name we have declared it as strength, so let me remove this ECE, so it will become generalized. So I can use this method now to display any branch strength. Instead of displaying only ECE or only CSC like that, I can use it to display anywhere. So now what I'll do is, here I'll rename these classes to CSC info. For example, this one is CSC info, and this is ECE info, and this one I'll rename it as triple info, as I've done at the beginning, right? So in each of these methods, in CSC I'll display CSC strength. So now this will make some sense. One interface college containing 3 variables: CSC, ECE, triple E, but only one method strength. So in CSC info, when I implement college interface, I'll implement the strength method, the same strength method, but the system.out.println in that strength method will display a different uh, information. Instead of CSC and EC, I have to make it as CSC. In CSC info class, the strength method will display the strength of CSC. In EC info class, the same strength method will display EC in strength. And triple info class, it will display triple strength. So now it will make some sense, right? So now let us create one more class which contains the main method. So now in this main method, I'm going to create an object for all the three classes: CSC info, EC info, triple info. So now we have saved this file as collegeinfo.java, in which we are creating the main method. And now I'm creating objects for all the three classes: CSC info, EC info, triple info. So using all the three different objects, I can call the same strength method. When I call strength method using CS object, then it will display the strength of CSC. When I call it with EC info object, it will display the strength of EC branch. When I call it with triple E object, then it will display the strength of triple E branch, right? So this will make some sense if you use the interfaces and implement them in multiple classes like this. So this is the kind of situation where you can actually use this way of implement multiple classes implementing the same single interface. So let us check once again. So call interface college contains three variables: CSC, ECE, triple with values 240, 240 and 120 respectively, which means that is the strength of those branches. And we declared a abstract method strength, and now we are implementing this college interface in CSC info class and defining the strength implementation, and this will display only CSC strength. And similarly, we are defining one more class, EC info, which is implementing college interface and defining the same strength method, and this will display strength of EC. And triple info, another class which is also implementing college and defines the strength method, and this time this will display strength of triple E. So let me make this triple E. Then we are defining a class called college info, wherein we are creating the main method and creating objects for all the three classes, and using those objects we are calling the strength method. So when you call to strength method using CS object, it will display strength of CSC. When you call strength method using EC object, it will display the strength of EC. When you call strength method using triple E object, it will display strength of triple E. So let us compile it and run it. It's working, compiled successfully. So the output is displayed: strength of CSC 240, strength of EC 240, strength of triple E 120. Okay, so this is how you can use interfaces uh, and implement the single interface in multiple classes like this. So in the previous session we have already seen how to implement multiple interfaces in a single class. This is exactly opposite to that one, right? This is similar to hierarchical inheritance. Now what we have seen, this program, the current program, but in the previous session program that we have seen, that is similar to multiple inheritance. So hierarchical inheritance is supported in Java directly using classes, but multiple inheritance is not supported with classes in Java, classes alone, but you can implement it using another concept, that is nothing but the interface, right? So I didn't declare this interface as public also, so I need not save this interface in a separate file called college.java. So this will have default access. If I define it as public, then I have to create another separate file called college.java and then create all these classes in a different file. Two files are required, but here no need of using two files. We can define both interface as well as classes in a single file, right? So this is end of interfaces in Java.